Well, hello everyone. It's an i80386SX, we'll call it repair. Vintage computer repair to be exact. And today you are steering at a DC board, the DC to DC converter board for a Compaq Concerto. It has been a very interesting couple of weeks trying to get this one going again. I asked the first question, a handful of other people asked the same question. The question asking went over to the UK region, including from yours truly, went around a Facebook group, and finally, here's our really technical documentation. It is a screenshot from a Facebook post, but I do tend to believe it. And we have nothing to lose with this particular board, so let's get right into it. So, I didn't even open up the cap, so we might not be getting that far into it, but yeah, so anything with the board, you'll see C502. So basically these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think it was this cap that was originally goner on it. You just got to follow. Like right here, it'll say C532, of course, yeah. I'm a real noob when it comes to this, so yeah. I'm probably going to be dumbing it down more than it needs to be. But I can follow a script okay. So, let's, I think was able to find exact values for all of them. I think that was the good news out of it. DigiKey. Mauser works great too. I did the DigiKey in the hopes of getting this stuff sooner. Didn't work out that way because, well, the Appleton, Fox Cities area got 20 inches of snow in a few hours. I am not making that up. So yeah, here's our documentation that we're going to go with. So we're going to start with the 68 microfarad 25 volt C502. Oh, I just got to find that in my list of caps here. All right, here we go. I believe I did have to pay a hissy fit tax on a couple of these, but all's going to really be forgiven if we can recover this. Alright, well, I need something to cut said. We're off to a wonderful start. I need something to cut this open with, and I don't have anything handy. Oh, did I do something? Yes, okay. Moisture barrier bag, dry shield. No. Well, I don't want to edit the video this early in. Oh, here we go. Here's the scissors. Yeah, the logical thing to do for these guys would be to make resealable bags for this, but, well, whatever. So here is our first, and everything looks kosher and upside down. Everything but the caps. Blue is good, pink is bad. And we got our 68 25s that I believe will work. Alright, so let's get that back in the bag here. And C502. Where is C502? Where is C502? That's a good question. Okay. We might have some dyslexia moment here. Here's C527. Yeah, there's a 502 somewhere that I don't know where. I'm not seeing it. I wonder if they meant 503, because I don't see a 502. Okay, so yeah, there's a C520, 26, 27 I can find, 31 and 32. So I'm going to guess that they meant C503. Yeah, I'm going to go with C503. So C503 is going to be the 68 microfarad, 25 volts. So I get this sucker opens. This is half the battle. I hope these aren't too long, but I think we'll be fine. What does it say? My watch is going off. Anything value? Nope. I apologize that this video is getting off slower than I anticipated. Didn't think I'd have this much trouble opening up one of these damn things, but here we are. And these do have a plus sign. I thought it did. Uh-oh, that might be a problem, because I can't seem to find a plus sign. Okay, I'm not off to a good start here at all. The other ones seem to have that plus sign to indicate the polarity of the cap, but this one does not have that, so... Oh, yeah, I see it now. So it goes that way. I also took the liberty of my very dumbed down... Oh, there's C502, okay. Yeah, so I took the liberty of doing the before on this too, so that we do have a backup on at least, so thank God for that. Oh yeah, that should work just fine. Just fine. I know a hot air station would work wonders here, but we are going to work with the tools we have at our disposal tonight, so it's going to be the soldering iron it's going to be. It's kind of attached, but we will go ahead and do a little bit more attachment on that. Alright, we are nice and attached, so that is C502. And I feel bad I spent entirely too much time trying to find that damn thing, but at least we found it, so. Alright, so that is cap number 1 of 6. I'm not going to worry about the 3 little ones. We may have to, but... Alright, so the next ones we're going to do are going to be C520 and C527. Those are 68 microfarads, 10 volt. And did I grab the wrong ones or the right ones? I did not grab the right ones. That's 47. Of course, it's always the last one. God, you behold, I lost my scissors again. Ugh. I hope the end result is better than the beginning. So yes, this is another one of these did you keep eggs. I don't think I've ever ordered tantalums in any capacity from Mauser. Now, they actually ship them in a resealable bag. Good for you guys. Logic, right? Logic. Alright, we're going to try to open this, and getting my butt kicked by a resealable container, which is really annoying, but you know, it's just the way it's got to go. I say I need 2 of those. My other annoyance with tantalums in general, I wish, now granted it's not going to be possible for all of them in existence, but I wish they could at least label what the values are so we don't have to go search for them, but, you know. Well, it really grinds my gears, right? Alright, so there's that. We're going to put them back right away so I don't mix them up. That would be really bad if they did get mixed up. Like I said, I apologize if this video is going slow so far. And I basically have 10 minutes of nothing going on here so far. 68. Yeah, this has got to be it. 6810. That's what I said, right? Yep. See, 520 and 527, 68 microfarads, 10 volts. And if we look at our before documentation of, there's some other semi-relevant documentation that I want to keep around, but so C520 and 27 are right next to each other, Marked them 2 and 3, positive and positive. So that's what we'll do next. Alright. And just because I have the brain of a goldfish, I'm going to bring that back up. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. So positives are on the outside, and those are marked, so should be alright. I'm actually going to do C527 as it is in a tighter quarter. Should have probably, yeah, that did not do enough. Of course, I will apply more solder as once I get this semi-attached. Oh, I may have to apply more solder because it's not attaching. I honestly thought there was more than that on there, but I was wrong. Sometimes you gotta change the things you can't accept. Positive, I don't think quite attached there. Alright, let's double check our work and make sure we're kosher, but I believe we are attached. We're definitely attached on the negative side, but you know what, we'll touch it up a little bit. Alright, so we got ourselves plenty of solder on that one now. Now we'll go to C520 and do the same. Looks like it wants to attach. Good, good. Oh. I don't want corgi hair in there. Come on now. Way to end this project before it began. That's with a dog hair in there that randomly fell. And I am being bitched at that my what you call printer is low on toner for whatever reason. It's got to tell me that right now. Anywho, let's move on to C526, which I believe is going to be our highest capacity in terms of the microfarad. 330 microfarads, 10 volts. I will open up another bag. These are Vishay Sprague. There's another Vishay company too that I don't know if there's really any difference between the two immediately, but that is some nice blue dots. Those as well, and I think I've only got 2 of those, so I think I just got just enough to do what I needed to do and just left it at that. So C526, I have it marked as 4 on the dummy chart that you cannot see. Yeah, 4 plus, so the positive goes towards this direction here. So let's, that one looks like it has enough solder to at least get it seated, so we are going to seat it. Why am I trying to fight? Trying to play it cheap here. I shouldn't. I did. Okay, let's get that out of the way. one stands up a little taller. Not exactly sure why, but I think it'll be okay. As long as we got solder on there, and yeah, looks okay. We'll try to do a multimeter test on it before we do anything else. So C532 and C531 are our last ones. And I hope I didn't mess this up, but I have a feeling that I did. I don't know. So C532 has a 47 microfarad, 25 volt from what I can gather. And yeah, I think I may have a problem here that I'm going to have to address. Because I think I forgot to put one in my cart. So yeah, this is the 47 microfarad 10 volt. Oh shoot, hold on, before I do anything else. All right. I may have to do, I'm going to do a video edit after I get this one attached, just because I think there may be a discrepancy. Or maybe I thought I had this one on hand, this next one. I'm not sure, but this is getting the best of me here so far. All right, there we go. So we have ourselves our 47 microfarad, 25 volt under C531, and the positive goes towards the outside edge. So next to the blue component here that says 1R0 on it. This is what we got to worry about. And I gotta say, it's a little bit of an irony thing here. The full part that may have stirred us all is the one that we may be missing here. But regardless. Alright, so we got 5 out of the 6 attached at this point. Definitely a far cry from being pretty, but I gotta see what I have up with this other cap, because I have it marked as a 78 microfarad 25 volt. I'm not sure if I just couldn't find that one or if I missed something. So I am going to do a magic video editing moment, and we're going to find out. Alright, so I know what I figured out here, and I still underestimated it a little bit. There is absolutely nothing between 78 and 100 that will work. That's on DigiKey anyway. They're all too big physically. I have 120 or 100 microfarad / 20 volt that I'm going to try. So, yeah. If the computer dies, the computer dies. DigiKey does have a healthy selection of the 25 volt variant of these from what I can gather. And if I got to get some over here, well, I get them over here. You know, that's a few more days. This computer's been dead for months. I think the thing that kind of cheeses me off is that I had to sacrifice a good board to get my answer out of this, but it is what it is. Alright, I gotta wait for that soldering item to warm up here in a little bit. Alright, let's see if she's warming up. Nope. Okay. Just starting to warm up a little bit, and we'll definitely need some solder to put this other tantalum polymer on there. And the positive is facing out. From what I can tell, yep, there's just ever so slight of a positive on there. So let's get this puppy attached and let's hope for the best. I'll admit this is probably a far cry from the best soldering iron to use on this, but, well, this is what I have available at the moment, so this is what we're going to stick with. Alright, so we are attached. Get that thing to go down any further, but I don't think I can. Yeah, we're just gonna have to live with it, but I think it'll be okay. So, like I said, I was going to test this for capacitance through means of multimeter as promised. Okay, I remember how to do it on this guy. No. So, oh, nope. Nope. Hold on. Oh, I just had it. I am not having a good night here. So, I don't know how accurate the values are going to be that they're on the board like this. I've had, once I took them, when I did the test on the good board, let's get this so that you can see it, then I was able to get a little bit more accurate results that way. On the board, not so much. But the end game here is to see if we get anything. And survey says this should be 68, but who knows? It says 228. And that's what it did before. It just got me all sorts of random values when it was soldered to the board. 76. A very interesting value, but I'll be honest, I'd rather have an interesting value over a dead value, so that's 50. Oh, this is going to be this is the one that was originally bad on this one. 225. And come on. What are you doing? Oh, hold on. $227. Yeah, so that's what I got on the original board. I got about those values. So, yeah, let's power this baby up and let's see what we can do. All right, the board is now back in. And I may fire this thing up outside first. I don't know, I haven't decided that yet. You know what? Let's play it safe. If there's a smoke test, at least we can have that smoke test outside. Yeah, so I'm going to do a preliminary test, and then we're going to test it together. And I'm going to pretend to be surprised. Well, it's in parts, so spoiler alert, the computer did not come back to life. However, the good DC board that I sacrificed and got capacitors off, I recapped it, and that one did come back to life. So the good news is, albeit it's a very small victory, or we call it a push, I guess, we'll call it that, is we are not out 2 DC boards. But I discovered something of a problem on this DC board that will definitely prevent us from having this system work. I shall show you. Don't make a liar out of me. You see what I'm doing here? We have a small 5 amp fuse that appears to be blown. On the board that's good, that fuse makes that noise, indicating a complete circuit. So I don't know if I'm going to do a magic video editing moment here. Not going to be much of a spoiler on it, but I think if we replace this fuse, we may be able to get this back up. Oh, yeah, also, too, why I didn't have a 78 microfarad capacitor is that I decided to go and put a 68 microfarad 25 volt capacitor in its place. So I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if that was a typo or what the deal with that was, but I'm almost certain that this, I'm fairly confident that a 68 will be fine here in this case, even though it's technically under spec if you really want to get technical according to the documentation I have, but well, it is what it is. Let me double check my work and paperwork and make sure that I have that right. But anywho, first thing is first, I gotta find this tiny little fuse. It's a 5 amp fuse, and we'll see what happens from there. Okie doke. Fuse is now replaced, and oh my god, that was kind of a chore itself. I couldn't find one exactly, couldn't find one exactly this 6 millimeter lengths by the 1.7 millimeters. I bought a couple different types of fuses, albeit they are both 5 amp fuses, and I hope that we are not going to be in trouble with this down the road, but oh, that's the capacitor. Hold on, I gotta find the other ones. Oh, those are the other ones. They kind of look like tantalum capacitors, but so yeah, the first ones are these little guys right here. Unfortunately, they only have the letter N on them, which I kind of find annoying, but oh well. These kind of look like tantalum capacitors. Keyword is kind of. But, you know, I kind of feel like with this company, there is an absolute huge missed opportunity with that vendor name. You know, football in the groin. Give you a hint. Jay Sherman, give that man the $10,000. You know, some of you may know where I'm going with that by now, but alright, so the fuse is replaced. I did go with the smaller one, and let's see if we have a computer. And I'm holding on to it by the floppy, and smoke test. Oh, hold on here. You probably can hear. Well, I'm trying to get it. As you can tell, there is text on the screen. So early returns indicate a good result. I'm going to leave this thing on for a little bit, and we'll see how far it goes. But this is the furthest I've ever gotten with this DC board since the day I've had it. So for those that don't know the story, and I did the first half of this video a little while ago, so I don't remember the whole gory details behind it. I had this machine that was on for about 10 minutes. And I got it on for about 2 more minutes. And then the thing just died. So that's where we're at with this right now. Since it died when I first got possession of this particular tablet, this is the furthest I ever got. So I am going to put this thing somewhat back together, and we'll see. We'll do a little bit of a burn-in test, if you will, because I'm not exactly sure about not 100% sure about this setup, to be perfectly honest, and I'm kind of bummed that I burned that label a little bit, but oh well, that's life. But yes, I am going to spend some family time with the old Corgi and everybody else, and because they're getting mad at me that I'm spending all my damn time in the basement. So I'm gonna go up by the living room, although you won't see that part, and we'll get this thing fired up, and we'll just see how it goes. I can at least leave this thing sitting on the table flat, and if it stays out for an hour, well, you'll know either way, and I'll let you know. The other uncertainty I have is that capacitor that originally blew, or shorted, if you will. That I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one right here. This C532. That one does scare me a little bit because I couldn't find a capacitor that was 78 microfarads that fit that spot and came close to that voltage, either through the two big boys or girls, whatever you want to call them, through DigiKey or Mauser. So this is a little bit of a leap of faith using a 68 microfarad. According to our highly technical documentation, 78 is the way to go if you can. And maybe some of the tolerances might make a difference there. It might just be enough to make us skate by, but highly technical document, I know, but it does the job. So I'm going to take this thing upstairs and we'll record our results either way. Well, 1 hour later, and everything's looking great. Well, that error message isn't, but like I said, this thing has been on for a grand total of 12 minutes prior to the capacitor replacement. So yeah, so this has been on for 5 times the time it's been on prior to cap replacement. Okay, I know where I'm going with that. There's one thing I did not test with is charging a battery and the DC to DC board, although I don't think the DC to DC board is needed for charging the battery. Could be wrong, but that's going to do it. So yeah, of course I put all my parts list in the description, all the cap values in the description. If anything changes, I'll let you know. Got any questions or comments or constructive criticism, as always, you may feel free to leave them in the comment section as you wish. If you like this video, please give me a like. If you dislike, well, hit that button twice. And again, thank you for watching.